Alright, what up, folks? It's your boy Consciously Lou. It's been a while since the last time I talked to y'all, and I just basically want to catch you up on what I've been through. It's like since my last videos, I've lucid dream, astral projected, learned. I'm in a relationship now. Learned so many things about. Oh man, I have had dating experiments, like literal experiments. To learn things about the nature of women and love and relationships and things like that. And it's been a very interesting journey. From being up on a mountaintop by myself, feeling like and just being in total bliss, to coming back down to earth and having to um, become human again in that sense, because my goal at the time back then was to be a soul, to have the perspective of being a soul, 100% that perspective. And coming back to earth in that sense, going from Dallas, where I was all by myself in an apartment where no one, no communication, any of that type of stuff, to coming back to Philadelphia, which is a very crowded row homes, homes on top of homes, basically just you hear your neighbors snore and all that type of stuff, and then having been in a relationship too, and I live with her, so well we live together, I should say, and it's in a very confined space, so that's like a total different change. This has been a 3 year transition from going from there to that, but just becoming human again is like at first I fought it, I fought it because it wasn't what I wanted to be. You know what I mean? But it's like I started to realize that it's not a bad thing. And I think that's what most people have to realize, is that it's not a bad thing to be human. Um, the thing is, you're supposed to be you should just have the experience of being a soul to rely on. You know what I mean? And you can create that into a culture and an atmosphere that you're immersed in, and you can take that with you wherever you go out into the world. You know what I mean? So you don't necessarily have to, because for example, like in an instance where say there was a mass shooting, when I was like really at my high point, as far as, let's say this is the thermometer, and here is soul, and here is carnal, instinctual, basic human, and in the middle is civilized man. You know what I mean? So it's like when I was at my highest, as far as soul, you could tell me about mass shootings and murders and all that type of stuff, and what I saw was souls who agreed to come here and live out that role. You know what I mean? So I couldn't be sad or mourn or any of that type of stuff, and I started to lose my connection with humanity. And I didn't want that, because it's like, in order for me to, what I want to do is feel what they feel and then help. I don't want to be, excuse me, I don't want to be like some cold psychopath or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I want to, because that's how I started to feel, and I already felt like that beforehand. So it's like, to get even further into that, where I couldn't relate to people, to where I was saying things that they just couldn't relate to because of their perspective. It's like, why would I do that? You know what I mean? None of us knows what God looks like, but yet God gives us many things to interact with to understand this intangible thing. So if I'm going to relate to people who don't understand where I'm coming from, why would I use things that they don't understand to do that? I should use things that they relate to show them what I'm trying to say, a higher concept. So that kind of showed me that in that perspective, it's not like I have to put away my humanity to be a soul. You know what I mean? Because I already am. I already am. And what I experienced, uh, let's say about a year ago, was the human side of me experiencing the soul part of me that already existed. The human part of me is new. As far as the Lucigan for Cancun, the soul part of me has always existed in that time sense. So it's already experienced being a soul. But the human part of me got to experience being a soul. That's the difference. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? That's what I felt like was the most powerful thing. But I'm going to make a bunch of videos now because I'm back on my tip again, back as far as talking about this stuff. I've discovered the formula for falling asleep consciously. I did that the other day, and it was a great experience, of course. And it's the second time I've done it, but the first time I did it, it was just by accident. This second time was actually on purpose. Well, during the process, I figured out the process because I was aware enough to like record it mentally. So I'm gonna be talking about that stuff too. Alright, so before my camera cuts off, I'm gonna end the video. Thank you guys for watching, for still sticking around, and I see you guys in the future videos. Like, I'm gonna be breaking down a lot of stuff step by step on how to do some what we would call spiritual things, but it's really just chemicals. Once you understand that, it's chemicals, you know. We try to make it yeah, it's chemicals. Let me just end it there. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next video.